transport.
Wow. Get them. Send out every game tank in the grid. Get them!
I should never have written all those tank programs.
Targets leaving protected field.
Walt Disney's Tron, and as you probably know, many of the images in that film were generated using computer graphics. But if you thought that was clever, just have a look at this. Well, that short clip is an extract from a film called The Works, being made by computer graphics artists at the New York Institute of Technology. The film has no live action at all. Every image is entirely computer generated, but presumably not in a micro like this.
No, they had to use a mainframe to do that, and because of the complexity of each image, they had to take them one at a time and then put them all together to make the finished film.
So that's why it runs so smoothly and no jerks and so quickly.
Yes, but nevertheless, we can do something like that even on our little micro. You remember our little man from a few programs back?
Right.
Well, let's develop that idea a bit. Here we've got a different program, and it's a loop. The interesting line is line 30. And what we're going to do here is to move from the left-hand side of the screen to the right-hand side of the screen, and we're going to print the little man, which I've already defined as character 224, and we're going to immediately behind him put a space so that as he moves across, he'll wipe out the previous image and we'll get some kind of animation effect. Let's run it and we can see. There he goes.
Well, you can see it's not very, it doesn't fool the eye very much. It doesn't even move his legs.
Oh, no, but we can do better than that. The same idea, though. Here goes our little man. And this is just a series of different images rather than the one that we had before. And he's now going to do forward somersault with Pike. There he goes.
And so smooth it doesn't even splash.
Indeed. Well, but you may have just noticed, with a small image like that, even there we have a tiny bit of blank space as each frame is computed. And so to get better than that, if we're going to do big images, we have to change the technique slightly. And let me load up a different program and show you a different approach to the problem. Now, the computer now is drawing for us a cat on the screen.
A black cat in a coal hole. Yeah.
Well, let's shine a light on it, and there we can see the cat. Now, what I've done, that cat was drawn in black, and when I, as it were, shone a light on it, what I really did was say to the computer, what you've just drawn in black, change that to white. Let's switch it off again, turn it back to black, and now we'll draw another cat next to it. Now, normally, of course, you wouldn't see this, or you'd do this before you ran the program, because it's impossible to wait for this kind of drawing in between animation frames.
It would look very slow and not very convincing.
Yes, but now that we've got the cat, let's do what we did with the first cat, wipe it out. And we've still got the first cat there, so if we now animate them, black to white and white to black, we can make the cat jump. Just to prove we've got two cats, let me show you. There's the first cat in red, and there's the second cat in green.
I see. And is it very complex to write this sort of software?
Yeah, it's fairly difficult to write the software itself, but the idea behind it is quite easy. Let me show you. Let's print cat in white. Now, if I change colour into colour 1, which on this computer is red, let's do the same thing again. Print cat, and there it is in red, and we'll change colour again to colour 2, which is green, and let's print cat again. Now that's all very straightforward. What's clever is this. We use a command which on this computer is VDU19. On other computers it's something like pen and ink. And what that does, it says whatever you've done in a particular colour, change it to another colour. So we're going to say change colour 1, which is red here, to black, which is 0. And then we add another 0 because that's the way the command works. And when I press return, you'll see the red turns to black, and in effect it's disappeared. And I can do the same thing with the green cat. I can change that one to, which is colour 2, and I'm going to change that one to colour 7, which is white, and that has now gone to white. And you can see by alternating black and white, we can create the effect that we've just had with the jumping cats.
And would you be limited just to 2 images?
No, we can do as many images as we've got colours to draw these different hidden characters. Let's move on and I'll show you another program. And whilst this is loading, you can see it filling up the screen. The reason for that is that these pictures are stored as numbers, and I've stored a whole screen full of pictures on the disk, and I've transferred the numbers back into the computer, and we create an instant image on the screen. Now, this doesn't look very exciting at the moment. It's a couple of globes, and you can see here we've got different colour lines drawn on: blue, magenta, dark blue, yellow. That one's black and white flashing. And what I'm going to do now is to change the colours one at a time to a foreground colour, and all the others will become a background colour. It's quite impressive, isn't it?
It's very good, isn't it? So that's simply changing all those colours to either dark blue or light blue to get that spinning effect.
Yes, it is. But the thing about this is it's one image and we're stuck with that one picture. To go further than that, we have to take this idea of colour switching on just a bit beyond. Let's load up another program. And here we have a picture of an owl. And what I'm doing here is drawing each new position of its wings, and I'm rubbing out the previous one using the same idea of switching to the background colour.
It's not very fast, though, is it?
No, it does need speeding up to be realistic. That's written in BASIC. What I've done is also write it in machine code, and let's switch on the machine code, and there you can see that's really rather much better. And that's talking